Hello? 1 second, getting all of my stuff. I normally check, I forgot to check that I turned down the right tracking thing. Hello, Jade! If you want to do more Elden Ring tonight, when I'm done with stream, I would definitely be down. I just wanted to not bail on stream again, like I did a couple weeks ago. Let's see here. God, I've been like very much been enjoying having like regular normal sleep, and now that I've messed up last night and I got about 6 hours of sleep as opposed to getting like around 7-ish. Wow, does that impact how I feel. Also, why am I so far over? Let me scoop me in. I'm just like, wow, man. It's nice to have a good night's sleep. It's a twofold thing. Part of it is my fault. Part of it isn't my fault. Did I go to sleep later than I intended? Yes, that is on me. Did someone lurk around for like 30 minutes, yelling and complaining and bapping at the windows as if she was trying to get something outside? Also, yes. So I'm a little mad at Mimi right now. I don't know what's gotten into her. This like past day, she's been really like really pointedly trying to get my attention, but I can't figure out like what she wants besides to be like outside. That's all I can really determine, and I have not yet put the energy in to see if she would be comfortable to go on a leash at this new place. So that's just a whole thing. But yeah, this was the end of my work week today, which is good because my brain turned off at like, I think like 1, maybe noon. My brain turned off really early today, and I thankfully was not getting many messages work-wise. I think most people who would be communicating with me were probably either also having... Wait, 1 second. What's with my mouth? What is this? That shouldn't be happening. What's... Hang on a second. Is this an old model? 1 second. I'm a little confused. Because I thought I fixed this a hot minute ago. Let me check my other ones. That's normal. I didn't use a separate thing to make this model. What the heck is happening? I don't understand what's going on. I guess we'll just go to a different outfit, because that's gonna annoy me. I guess this one, it's the same top, you can't really see the bottom. That's annoying. Top jump scare. Also, I don't know why it hurts my jaw to open it wide enough to properly see that. Yeah, this looks a lot better now. I don't know. I'll need to guess throw the model back into Unity and reconfigure it. I don't know why. Because the bug that was there, the tongue bug, is like, it's a new thing, and it's specifically a problem that manifests with this like whole process on the back end that like allows me to have like asymmetrical expressions. They're called blend shapes. Like when I can do like like lets my face move in a way that is more human and more options, more facial expressions, yada yada. It's a bug with that, but it's not that thing's problem, because it's a whole separate process that you have to put onto the model after you make it put it into Unity. The problem is that there's been a new update in Vroid that allows you to put like tails on models a lot more readily than you used to be able to. Like, you had to do like a whole thing with like making specific hair and putting it lower onto the body and then anchoring it to some bones. It was a whole process, and now Vroid comes with that. Now you can just do that, which is great. It's awesome. But for some reason, it was causing a bug with the software that put these extra blend shapes onto the models that for some reason was causing a weird clippage in the tongue. So I don't really know why the model is doing that, because I'm pretty sure... Wait, what am I... God, my rigging is just being awful today. I had to restart my computer before stream because my model was being all jumpy, and I really don't have an explanation for why sometimes it's bad and when sometimes it's fine. It drives me nuts. But yeah, yeah, I'll need to check that. I'll link a note for myself after stream to see what's up there, because I don't know why that's happening, and that's not great. And my model is being staticky. What even is my memory right now? OBS, Electron. Why is OBS using so much memory? Can I offload it to CPU? Because my CPU is only running at like 40%. Hello, Ash! How has your day been? You missed me finding a bug on one of my models that I thought I took care of, that I guess is snuck back in. Now I'm trying to figure out why my model is being all staticky, and I don't have an explanation beyond OBS is running 3,000 megabytes. Poison Swamp is swamping, yeah. My brain feels like the Poison Swamp today. I'm deeply grateful that work has been quiet. Is it rendering things that aren't visible? I mean, the sparkles on screen might be making it mad. Let me see. Let me experiment. Because I like the sparkles, but they're not necessary. They're just fun. No, it's still being weird. Yeah. My friend has a backdrop that was like 4K. My backdrop definitely is not 4K. I think it is maybe like 400. 400 pixels. Let me see. And like, this is a problem I run into every so often. I think it's just like... Well, I don't really know, because I used to think it was a GP issue, and I don't really think that's the case. I think, like, it could just be my GPU is just not amazing or whatever. I don't know. There's so many things it could be. My brain just shorted out. My whole day has been the, like, It's a Mystery song just on repeat. Yeah, my whole model, the whole, like, twitching, like, the, like, up and down. I don't know why my thing is floating. Like, I'm trying to think what else it could be, because I put a blanket behind me because I'm wearing a darker shirt, so I've put a blanket behind me to, like, help with that, but it's still being weird. Where is my thing? I have my overlays here. Go away. Backdrops. They're pretty small. They're literally screenshots. Properties. What else? Yeah, dimensions are 757 by 609. So small. The pixelation effect on it is an intentional thing that I put on there, but it does help when the image quality is bad, which it's also why I didn't realize my old backdrops were AI generated. Just completely made that impossible to detect. Because oh boy, they were not having to be too. Yeah, I was so mad because I was trying to find like more options. I was like, I like it. So I'm gonna go into bed. Go sleepies. Go have a good rest, honk. Why do you do this? Why do I do this? I get out of work. I'm PST. I get out of work not super long ago. Granted, I could start streaming immediately after work, but then I'd probably be late a lot. PST's fake. PST, West Coast, Best Coast. Let's fucking go. I'll fight. Have a good sleep. I have to probably go to bed early too, because I did not get good sleep last night. But yeah, I had a set of backdrops for like, God, I don't know, maybe running a year. I had seen them on someone's stream, and it was just like, I bought off of Etsy, and it looked fine. I didn't think to myself at the time, I should double check that these aren't AI, and I looked. The person who put the listing up didn't say that they were AI gen. Oh my god, Automod, you said a swear, honk. How could you? How could you do this to me? You swore in my fucking stream. You said bad. But yeah, the person didn't say they were AI. They were like created with AI and I modified. Yeah, so literally, because I was going through, because I was trying to find, like, I wanted more options background-wise, and so I was looking, and I was literally, every listing I was finding was AI. Either they mentioned it was AI, or just looking at it, you could tell. And I was like, God, everything on here is AI. I'm glad the backdrops I found a long time ago aren't. They're probably AI, aren't they? And literally, I went to the listing. They didn't mention it, but I literally just like looked at them a little bit. God, it was obvious. They're riddled everywhere. And I was shocked that back then I didn't realize it. But for a moment I was like, why have I never noticed that? I've been looking at them like almost every other day as my backdrop for a while now. How did I never see it? And then I was like, oh wait, I have a pixel filter over it. I literally can't tell it's AI because everything that would make it clear that it's AI just gets completely smoothed out. Like I even looked at, like after I was well aware that it was AI, looked at it, I was like, you can't tell with the filter. It was so funny. And I was like, this is so obvious. And I'm so mad that for ages I've just had like a link up to them to be like, go check these people out. They've got good stuff for the low price. And I'm like, I've been bamboozled. I've been bamboozled for ages. So I wanted to be upset at the lister, but I was afraid of them being like me being upset that it was AI without being told that they would just ignore me and keep going on as is. So I just basically was like, hey, is this AI? And they were like, yeah, part of it. And I was like, you have to disclose that on Etsy or else that's like a problem. So thankfully they've at least updated the listings so people know now. I would love to ask for a refund, but I feel like I've already just like, I don't know, I felt bad. It's better. I don't know. My fear was that they were just gonna try and just ignore me and not give people a better chance at discovering it was AI art. Like, I was still mad. It's something. Like, it sucks. There's so many just AI crap out there. There's not much I can really do. And Etsy's policy is just disclose it, which I'm not happy about, but at the very least, allowing people to be informed is, yeah, garbage site. Yeah. So at this point, I've kind of given up with Etsy in terms of backdrops. I've started trying to draw one, but I haven't had any time this past week to work on it more, but it's in the works. The one I had, the guy was like, yeah, the aim is AI. Yeah, that was the same thing. They were like, it's generated, but I did the animations, and I'm like, cool. just angry. I was mad. I felt bamboozled. I was so mad, and I was so frustrated at myself for never realizing for so long that I went and just commissioned somebody immediately for like something that was equivalent to what I had originally paid for the pieces. I was just like, fuck you. I'm gonna go purchase an icon. I'm gonna go support an actual artist because I'm mad right now and I don't really know what to do besides, yeah. And then you get custom leather jester shoes. Ooh, that sounds fun. Yeah, you do need to find that. There has to be some other site somewhere in the world besides Craigslist that we can find these things. I was just so mad, and now I'm schlumming it with Professor Layton backdrops that I know damn well ain't AI generated, and it's not a final solution, but it's a temporary one. It's good enough for now. I just need the money. Get the money. God, there was someone a while ago. I think it was when I first moved out, which is around 3 years ago, maybe? Yeah, about like 3 years ago when the first time I moved out on my own, I found a listing where someone was like, they would make you like a custom plushie. And I have a character who is like a plushie. And I was like, oh, this is like perfect. And it was like, I had like just about enough money to do it. And I reached out and they had a slot. And I was so excited they were gonna make it. And then apparently they were like, hey, I was trying to like get like the right fabric and they couldn't find, I don't know if it was they were looking for specific materials or if they were looking for specific colors, but whatever the case was, they could not find the right materials they would have needed for the project. And so they had to like reject my like request. And it was purely like they wanted to do it, but they were just like, I really can't, because I can't find like the right stuff for your little guy. And I was like, I get it, but I'm very sad now. And I never looked back. I just kind of like forgot to check in again to see if it was possible. But maybe in the future, someday, I shall get a plushie of my boy Banny, my sweet boy, my sweet little fighter. Still teasing the pipe dream idea where I become Wizzo. We're in a 1v2 with a simple idea of getting stream assets post AI world is not for me. The big thing is you just have to go to the source and go to people directly. You have to go to artists directly. VGen, yeah, VGen's a good resource. Still would double check the person's like, what's the word? The person's socials. Yeah, asking friends. There's all sorts of resources. Etsy is just not it anymore. There's some things that are fine. Not all of them, but a lot of it's kind of garbage. In terms of the digital space. Yeah, the biggest thing honestly is to just reach out to friends. Unless you know it's a trusted source like Freya Amari. God, I know that name. I know that name. Who is that? Let me Google that. Freya Amari. Who are you? I don't recognize your face. You're adorable. I've never seen you before. I'll follow you, though. You've reblogged Bennett. A little Bennett guy. I follow you purely on that. Mixed room assets. Hell yeah. We love a good asset. My original Live 2D model, Mum, does very good emotes. She made 2 of my current emotes. Which one are they? It's the crying one and the big forehead one. She did a very good job. I remember originally when I was making emotes for my channel, way back when, I was like, oh, you need to make sure the art style is consistent through all of them because that looks better. Now me, over a year later, with there's some from this artist, there's some from this artist, there's some that I've done, some is just my cat. Art style be damned, look at this little guy. I've got the bonking one. I don't know if actually I've seen it used yet, but I've got the bonking. Yeah, I've got it here. The little bonk emote that literally got to me on the last day. I know many good artists. Yeah, there's so many awesome artists out there. You just have to be willing to dig and look, and also be prepared to explain what you're looking for, because that makes commissions a lot easier. I know several people that do emotes. I just gotta get a few. You gotta collect them. It's fun to get a little collection of art from friends. Also, something I've been enjoying with doing stream schedules now is going through art that I've gotten previously, and being here's this friend who made this, here's this friend who made that. It's a fun time. I'm fucking around in my solo Elden Ring, got stuck, vibrate. Lysander's vibrating, moonwalking off a cliff. That feels in character for him, though. It was still vibrated, turned off. That's the most in character thing, I think. See, here's what's happening, Jade, is that he sensed what happened today with D&D Beyond, and his Tempest Cleric rights are getting revoked in game, and his body is rejecting the change. Which I still can't believe. I need to look at the D&D Beyond site to see how awful all of this is. He's returning to the sea. No, I can't believe Lysander gets to go into the sea before my character gets to go into the sea, who has been stalking around the beach for the past hour. Oh god, my characters, game rules, classes. I cannot believe Hawk and Ash. I don't know if y'all know much about D&D, or at the very least Wizard of the Coast nonsense. Oh my god, the complete audacity of putting... Oh my god, Artificer. Oh god. Okay, so I don't know if you're caught up with Wizard of the Coast, D&D Beyond, what's happening the past year-ish. But currently we are in, the edition we are in right now for D&D is called 5e, 5th edition. And that's been around since 2014, I think? I might be wrong on the dates, but it's been around for at least a decade. Yes. And so recently, this past year or so, they've been playing around with... They're calling it a new edition, but it's not. They're calling it 1 D&D. Everyone else, besides Wizards of the Coast, is calling it 5.5 or 5.5 or 5.5 edition. It is the same game, but they are just updating everything a little bit. Telling you to simple add the old stuff. Oh, it gets worse though. It's getting worse. Because, yeah, what you're talking about is the recent thing where they're like, yeah, we're updating pretty much every single spell and legacying all the old spells, but you have to just... If you want the old version of spells, you have to scoop it up from homebrew if someone's made a homebrew. What's happening now, and I wasn't aware that this was even happening at all, what was happening was they updated the classes. I don't know to what degree, and I'm not going to look through everything myself. I'll probably just watch a video, someone breaking down what the differences are. But what's happening is the website has today gone live with the new versions of every single class. Previously on D&D Beyond, regardless of like what tier you were, regardless if you even had like an account that paid money, you would be able to see every single class and like at least one subclass. I think you can maybe see a few of them, but even if you didn't have, as long as you hadn't like purchased, are we shit on D&D Beyond? We sure fucking are, because today has been some fucking nonsense. But previously, you could see every single class. You could read all the information. You could see at least one subclass, maybe some more, but you had access to see everything. Because pretty much everywhere you can find that info, it makes sense for D&D Beyond to, like, showcase it. Why put that behind a paywall when it's the basis of what this game is? So now that 1D&D is being all pushed, and they're updating every single class, they have made 4 classes be free to access and see and read on the site. And that's 4 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 4, 13. So there's 13 classes overall. 4 you can see for free. The rest are behind a paywall. Oh, we've got a bitch in my chat. Go away. Ban. Did it get banned? Okay. I was trying to hit somebody who's invisible with the ban hammer, but Honk, your messages kept coming through, so you kept almost getting banned because you were pushing up the message. You're fine. Disaster almost struck. I hits you with ban hammer. Where's my little hammer emote? You said the fuck word. Go to super hell. Oh my god. But yeah, I can't believe this. And I even like tried when I'm mobile. I was like, let me click Bard. Let me click Barbarian. Maybe the person who told me this was wrong. No, you click Bard and it just says buy the player handbook for $60. What? 1 second. It was supposed to just, it said 60 and then it switched to 30. That includes base classes. It does. It sure fucking does. So what's happening right now is of the 13 classes, the only ones you can see and interact with for free is Cleric, Fighter, Rogue, and Wizard. So in theory, you have like a little bit of everything. You have a healer, a wisdom, you have a melee, you have a like skill monkey, and you have a caster. The classics. It makes sense for these ones to be the ones that they're picking for like what's free. But the audacity to do this in the first place, and to make matters even worse, yes, you only have access to one, like you only have access to a few. Now, you have access to one subclass. So at most, you are getting 4 build options on D&D Beyond. Granted, at the moment, the old versions of the classes, those are still available. I have not tried to build a character yet today to see how accessible the legacy stuff still is, but my guess is at some point in the future, all that legacy stuff and probably the homebrew stuff too is also going to get put behind a paywall. Because why else would they make it free access if they want you to just buy all their shit? Wizards can eat my entire furry ass. It is so dumb. They are just trying to just like siphon any bit of money from the like D&D community that still has any goodwill towards the site left of the books of AI in them. I'm gonna take a screenshot of this because I can't seem to extract the image itself. But actually, can I? Let me try. Yeah, I'm gonna take a screenshot. One of the images, the image that they're using for the bard, I am like low-key convinced it might be AI. And I'm not saying it definitively because it's not super clear. It could just be an art style thing. I'm taking a screenshot right now to throw up on stream. They're trying to make it like a free-to-play video game. Literally. I mean, they had that whole like VT, the virtual tabletop, VTT. They were like trying to make that a thing. I think they were literally trying to make it a free-to-play and they didn't work, so now they're trying to do it like this. But yeah, this image, I'm not like, I don't confidently think that it's AI. It could just be an art style thing. It could just look a little interesting because it's of an interesting angle. Why are you not popping up? Where are you? But yeah, it's, to me, it's sus. There you are. This motherfucker. Zoom. It's specifically the eyes. The eyes are what are making me feel a little sus, and like the way the lighting is hitting here, it feels weird to me. And like I'm looking at the other stuff and I'm not getting that same vibe. That's the highest quality. It's the highest quality. Yeah, I have not been able to find an isolated image of it. I bet it's somewhere. I bet if you paid money, you could see a better... Actually, let me see if online I can find... But yeah, this is a really blown up version of it. But just the whole... It has elements of AI for sure. Yeah, like I was looking at the bodice more to see if there was anything obvious, and there was like nothing that like really stuck out to me. The only thing that does stick out besides the eyes is, you can't see my cursor, but the two purple strands that kind of go up to connect with the bodice, they're not really attached to anything. They just sort of go up near what looks like a bow and then stop, which is a choice. The corset strings are fucked. They're not perfect, but I could see someone just really quickly doing like that. But like, literally if someone was like, yeah, this was AI generated, I'd be like, yeah, I'm not shocked. But I also just have no idea who the artist is for this anyway, because it's not credited at all that I can see, and I can't tell when I click on it because it leads to a page to pay for things. I would not be shocked if they introduced an AI portrait maker. I am honestly surprised they haven't done that yet, now that you mention it. Don't give them ideas. I've seen so many players do that on their own and I get sick of it. I had a mutual in a server who... Oh, the eyebrow area. Yeah, it does look odd. But yeah, I had a mutual in an art server who... like joined a game and like had made like either made or put together like references of like, this is what my character would look like, and like the DM just took their artwork and put it into like an AI generator and just generated a token for them. They left the game, but like, Jesus Christ, yeah, what the fuck. And they were telling this in an art server, so everybody was up in arms, understandably. It's just like, what the hell? I just don't understand. I don't understand. I feel like every day I cannot escape AI. I must go to bed. Well, thank you for stopping by, though. I hope you have a good rest. Get some good sleeps. Also, the NaNoWriMo stuff that has happened recently. God. Oh my god, I was watching a video during work today that D'Angelo Wallace was doing. Okay, so NaNoWriMo, I'm vaguely aware that, like, there's been some, like, issues over the years. They were not things that I was really aware of, but I guess last year, I wasn't even aware of this. They had a sponsor who was, like, one of those applications that's, like, put your writing into this thing and we'll, like, do, like, minor, like, grammar corrections. Like an AI assistant. And this was last year. This is one of their sponsors. It wasn't like ChatGPT. It was like Grammarly. But even that, I can see some people be having, like, reservations about it. But at least last year, I was not aware that anything like that was happening. About a week ago at this point, I think. Yeah, about a week ago. They put out an article, or, like, I forget if the article came out a few days ago, or if, like, this seminar they did was a week ago and the article came out very recently. But essentially, they put out an article recently basically saying their stance on artificial intelligence being utilized within writing, specifically in regards to, like, NaNoWriMo writers. To summarize the article, their stance was, if you are someone who if you condemn the usage of AI for writing, you are classist, ableist, and racist. The music cut out at an amazing time. Yeah, they were like, there are some people who write that, like, because the big thing they kept pushing was, like, these are tools that are necessary for a lot of folks who have disabilities, or maybe are not as privileged, for the intent of going through the process of trying to, like, publish a book. Because they were like, people might not have the same resources to do editing, or, like, might not have the capacity to see flaws in their work that would, like, prevent them from being able to, like, go farther with it. Which isn't the point of NaNoWriMo, to create a community of writers to work with one another and support one another? It was, like, the most ass-backwards argument for why AI should be utilized within an art form. And understandably, and probably thankfully so, sponsors started pulling out of NaNoWriMo. Some of their writers' board started pulling out immediately. Like, it doesn't seem clear that anybody had been able to see this article or been able to approve this stance, because people started backing the fuck up immediately. So NaNoWriMo kind of blew up their entire brand overnight, and I haven't seen any, like, actual, like, response from them at all online. But yeah, I'm still interested. Hello, welcome to stream. Ami Kasumi, hello. Thank you for stopping by. If you have a preferred way for me to say your name, do let me know. Experiences with Namo was like people were discussing how to cheat. What is the point of cheating? It's you, who wins? Which is not true. That's the gut takeaway. Like, If you think about it too hard, it implies only privileged people have talent. Yeah, it's a stance that if you think about it at all, your brain kind of breaks a little. Emmy's fine. I woke up from a weird nap and Ash is watching me. Well, thanks for stopping by. God, I've been very eepy today. I did not sleep well last night, and I'm probably going to turn on early. And I keep hearing people having naps today, and I keep being very jealous. I keep being a little jealous, but my psych said that I need to try and minimize how many naps I have because it takes away from my capacity to sleep at night. Woke up and was like, they have cute nose. Oh, thank you. Our sleep schedule is upside down right now. Absolutely destroyed. I feel you. Thank you for the follow. The chat got it here before the alert did. Haha. But thank you for the follow. Yeah. Sorry, I was taking a shoe off. I need to wash my slippers tonight before I flee town. Because I refuse to get my foot fucked up again with bad hotel floors. But yeah, I was excited for NaNoWriMo this year, and I'm still wanting to do it in a capacity, just not on the site anymore. I literally found a resource or a post on Tumblr that linked to resources that could be used as if it was NaNoWriMo. Thankfully, I never submitted any writing into like any NaNoWriMo proper. So thankfully, no writing of mine has made it into any sort of generator, which I'm relieved by. I'm gonna start my own NaNoWriMo with Blackjack, and I did it back in 2012. Ooh. I have... last year was the first time that I ever made it past, like... I think the first I got before was maybe 2,000 words. Last year, I actually did the full NaNoWriMo. I got a plaque. It's there. It's on my desk. It's on my work desk across the apartment. They had like a thing that was like a plaque. Yeah, so I guess this was new last year. Okay, so this is different. I had to pay for it. It wasn't a free thing. I got the PNG too. But they had a thing last year where if you hit the like 50K mark and once it ended, you would like unlock the ability to order a wooden plaque that would like, you could put the name of the project, you can put your name as an author, you can put the number that words. Let me take a photo of it because I love this little thing, as sadly I will not be able to get another one this year because fuck NaNoWriMo at this point, but I'm gonna show off my little plaque because I worked very hard. Worked very hard to make your own plaque. Honestly, if I do the whole thing again this year, I probably will either find like a website that'll do the same thing, or just find the people who did it last year. Because in theory they can do this again. Just like it's a wooden plaque that they burned. Let me take a photo because I'm not setting up another webcam. Let me angle it so the lighting is fine. There we go. Upload to Discord. I have such a good system. It's just fucking jumping from platform to platform to put any sort of photo onto stream. I probably could streamline it, but fuck that shit, this works. I love efficiency. Where are you? There you are. Photo time. Save image. But yeah, when I did Nano, there was just a culture around it of like, not what I wanted. People discussing cheating and everyone begging you to read their stuff, but make no effort to read anyone else's. Ew. I don't know, thankfully or not thankfully, I never really interacted with folks who were also doing Nano besides a buddy of mine. Friend of the stream, Hermes. I guess, actually, mod of the stream, Hermes. He did not do it much last year, but I had fun being like, I've done a little bit. I don't think I've ever shared any of the writing from what I did last year. So that might be a little big. Let me shrink that down just a tiny bit. But yeah, that sounds gross. Like, I don't like sharing my writing because I'm very self-conscious of it, and I like to be extremely self-indulgent. But this is my little plaque. I put my stream name because I feel like that's fun to do as like a pen name for writing. Put my little plaque up here. Also reading about publishing, there's a publisher that was like, if you're an unpublished author, not subject to manuscript in November or December because you get so many trash in those months for some reason. Yeah, you definitely, that makes sense. Yeah, because a lot of people are like riding the high off of NaNoWriMo being like, I made this thing, push. Yeah, my little plaque. I just have it up on like a desk. I don't have it hanging anywhere, but maybe in theory I'll put it somewhere someday. You should take what you wrote and get a proof made. It's cool to have. I might. What I was considering doing this year is what I wrote last year. I'm proud of the fact that I got as far as I did. It's not good. It's bad. The like third act is just kind of like, it's not where I want it to be. The ending just kind of happened, and some of the characters just did not get executed in a way that I think was good. Like it's not a piece of writing that I would want to show to somebody because it's just not good. It's not a compelling narrative in my opinion. So one of my ideas for this year was to try and rewrite the whole damn thing. Like maybe skim through what I wrote last year, write the bullet points of like what happened, and then just take another crack at it, taking things in another direction. Not like even further than a rewrite. Yeah, a new draft, because just not happy with the old one, but I still did it. I still put the effort in and did it. And that's what's the most important thing, is you get the bad ideas out first and then do the better second ones. And I do have a secondary idea that I was also considering doing. I never got set on an idea for Nano for this year. But now the pressure is way off because Nano itself is imploding. I will be very curious to hear if anybody that I know of continues to do Nano, at least through their site after this. Because, bleh, it just leaves a bad taste in my mouth. And also, it's not even just the AI shit, it's the way they try to justify it. The way that they're like, oh, it's ableist and classist to not support it. It's like, no, you're wrong. You're wrong. It's theft. Most AI tools like that are built on theft. You gotta get your writing from somewhere. And also the point of NaNoWriMo, at least in my mind, unless I'm crazy, is to write the shit yourself. I'm not going to put a prompt into a machine and be like, guys, I wrote 3,000 words today. How'd you do that? Say I took this thing and told it my idea and it gave me a piece of writing out of it. Well, you know, you didn't do it yourself. You wrote maybe 20 words. That is not... Also, I don't get... Why would you cheat? And then who are you impressing? There's no prize to NaNoWriMo. You don't get anything besides a PNG and maybe a plaque if you want to purchase it. That's what you get. Why are you cheating? Who wins? Oh yeah, the proliferation of AI manuscripts now and self-published stuff is bad. Yeah. I'm glad I have a lot of friends who are very much into books. Granted, I've fallen off heavily on terms of like actually reading myself, but it makes it a lot easier to parse through the sea of writing when I have connections who can point me to the good stuff. Makes it harder for legit people. Yeah, because a publisher is gonna love some just AI schlog that makes the money fast. It's just awful. Like, anytime I hear from somebody who's like actually trying to publish stuff, it's a nightmare. Like, no wonder fan fiction is such like a booming thing. The barriers for entry is so low, and that allows for so much interesting creativity and just ability to just put stuff out there. I used to do my brain is borked right now. I used to do fanfic back in the day. I remember writing stuff on my phone at the gym, just sitting on a bench and just writing an idea out, and just the freedom of that being like, if I want to just put it onto a website, I can. Maybe somebody will write it, but there's no barrier for entry besides doing it. The best thing to do, from my understanding, is to try short stories and get your name out there. That makes sense. Like, do smaller things. Get that audience out there. That is the most annoying thing that I hear, is that, like, so much of it can be whether or not you have the audience. Like, I don't remember her name, but the girl who... Another D'Angelo Wallace video that he did, like, last year, I think, of the woman who completely, like, bought just a bunch of bots for her Instagram and was writing a fictional story of her, like, time at Cambridge, but presented as if it was, like, a story, and got a book deal to write the book that she was proposing, and then never did, because she recognized that her audience was a bunch of bots and no one was gonna actually buy it, and her shit would fall apart. But yeah, that's just ugh. It's just awful. It's annoying. And I don't know if there's like a good solution to that, because there's so just many, I don't know, just yeah. What kind of stuff do you write? Mostly fiction. Like, mostly things kind of like inspired by like D&D games. I have the one idea that I was considering doing is like, it's like a slice of, how do I explain it? My brain is too forked right now to articulate. The idea is these two like young adults wake up in this like kind of empty land that is like, it's if you've played the game Shadow of the Colossus, it's kind of inspired by that vaguely, where these two young adults wake up, they don't have any memories, but they are in this like, they are trapped in this small space. That's just Shadow. Yeah, that's I haven't played it in a long time, but it's definitely one of my fave games. Yeah, it's so good. It's such a fun game. The very first time I played it, I didn't go to any of the bosses. I just wandered around the game world for 14 hours. Yeah, but the I guess the setting is inspired by the Shadow of the Colossus setting, where these two young adults wake up, they don't have any memories, and they're in this like foresty temple area, and they're like, this seems like a world that has been through an apocalypse, and the narrative is them essentially learning, like trying to figure out what this world is. Oh, it's fucking ad. But it's them trying to regain their memories, trying to figure out this mystery of like who they are, who they were, why they're stuck in this world, and them like learning like, hey, we have the ability to like cast magic, we have the ability to like build towns and conjure people with magic, and it's them trying to figure out, are we in a world that was in an apocalypse, or are we like new gods building our own world? Like they have, it's the big hurdle I've had with this story is I was never sure if I wanted to have it be something that had like a grand conclusion, or if it was something that I wanted to be more like a series of short stories where you follow these two characters as they're learning more about themselves and about this world. So that's been the biggest hurdle, is being like, how do I want to present the narrative? And obviously the biggest step is just write, which NaNoWriMo would be good to force me to do that. And it's just these two OCs that I've just kind of had in my head for years. But yeah, it was something that like got inspired, that I was inspired by Shadow of the Colossus, because I just was deeply fascinated with that like world, especially because they didn't give a very clear concept. They didn't have a very clear explanation of like the setting in the world, and I was like building my own headcanons of like, why is the guy going out to the temple to save the girl who probably is dead because she ain't moving? We can make it now. Nah, yes, Remo. I can say words. I can say words really good. Why am I getting a text? Who is texting me? I have no fucking... I have so many notifications on my phone! And I don't know what's new and what's old. I hate when I look at my phone and I realize I have a notification from like 2 days ago. And it's a random ass Discord that I'm in, then a random ass notification I just forgot to clear. Blech. Oh god, it's already 7. Oh my god, I have so much to do tonight, and I also want to play Elden Ring. Which I'm very bad at, but I'm learning how to do, and my model is staticky. My phone does this thing where it holds notifications until I move it, and we'll go, oh, you're here. 99! Oh god, I'm actually gonna bump the... I'm gonna snooze the ad because I think I'm actually gonna probably end soon, and I don't feel like throwing a 3-minute ad at people and then being like, goodbye. Oh, that's awful though. I am so sorry. I've had it happen before. I've been suspicious that occasionally my phone will like realize I'm not there and wait till I touch it. Because that's the same thing as I touch it and then it's like, oh, you're here. Brrr. Thankfully, it's maybe like 10 notifications at once, but not 999 or 99. I've had that happen only once, and it was years ago. I lie, it's been twice. And both instances were, I was added to like a Discord chat group. Like someone had made a new chat in Discord, and I woke up and they had like been having a conversation since like morning their time, which most people I know are EST, so it was a sleep time for me. And then I wake up an hour into the conversation and my phone is like, that's like that's 1 billion notifications. 300 messages were sent since this chat was created, and I'm just like I felt like I woke up and someone was in my house. That's what it felt like. I was like, what is happening? Someone's cooking. People are in my home. I don't know what's happening. I was just so thrown off. The Phoenix party planning thing we did. Yeah, I guess 3 times, yeah. I don't remember being shocked by that, so I think the chat got put together maybe during the middle of the day? It was surprised someone who was having a bad time. Yeah. A good old chat to plan ideas. Okay. My brain is frying, and I still need to make dinner. And I still need to pack. And I still need to iron clothes. Oh, fuck. Shit. Gonna get food too. I don't know if you've been stuck in ad land. I feel bad now. I can never tell. Fucking, you're supposed to warn. You were supposed to warn me. No ads triggered? Yes. Okay. We're good. Alright. I'm going to wrap up now. Yeah, I don't know why you're not seeing it then. Alright. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap up now. I think I know how to do the credits now. But yeah, I'm going to go off into the world. But thank you guys for hanging out today. My next stream is next Monday. I'm going to be continuing One Shot. And it should be a good time. But I will be gone for the rest of this week on a work trip. And I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week, and thank you for stopping by. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye. Mwah.
Into the mouth. Nice.